Hey everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. Today I am sharing one of the brand new Simon Hurley Create stamp sets. There are 3 new stamp sets and 3 new background stamps if you are unaware. And this one is just, it's called Christmas Silhouettes. I absolutely adore it. 3 big stamps, lots of amazing sentiments. I'm telling you, if you need to crank out some quick but yet beautiful Christmas cards, this is the one. And we're going to be using a foam stamping block. So I have it all ready to go, and I have some stark white cardstock all cut down to be an A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And I'm grabbing out different Simon Hurley Create inks. That first color I put down was Over the Moon. Next, I brought in some Minty Fresh, and I just took the stamp pad and rubbed it right onto the stamping foam. And next, I'm going to spritz it with water. This one, I kind of spritzed with a little too much water, but that's okay because I really love the effect. Kind of tried to center that, stuck it right down on my paper, and check it out. Check out all the texture, really, because of the water. But isn't that beautiful? Oh, I mean, you wouldn't want to use too much water unless you're using watercolor paper, but it works great with the Simon Hurley Create stark white cardstock, so I highly recommend that. For our next one, we've brought in some Breakup Blue and Midnight Snack. We're just going to use 2 of them, and I thought, let's see if we can kind of soften that edge just a little bit, so I did bring in a microfiber cloth. Then I spritzed it with water 2 times, and then stamped that down onto my paper. I love it. I think it's great. So there's another one, and then we're going to clean off our block and do our final one. And these 3 colors are some Slippery When Wet. Then we're going to bring in some Triple Berry, and I like to do lightest to darkest when I do this, just in case the colors do overlap. That way I'm not as concerned about it. But yeah, you typically want to go lightest to darkest so you wouldn't maybe make your ink pads muddy. But, you know, there you go. So spritz that with water a couple times and then center it and stamp that down on some more stark white cardstock. And I love that one too. So think about the different color combinations you could do with this, but talk about quick. I made these very, very quickly. So now it's dry, and I'm going to put it into my Misty, and I'm going to grab out one of the silhouettes from Christmas Silhouettes, pick it up with the door of my Misty, and then I'm going to ink this up with a pigment ink. This one is the VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. But I'm going to stamp that down, and it does a pretty good job, but I want to make sure it's nice and black, so I'm going to stamp it again. So that's where the Misty comes in handy, or any sort of stamp positioning tool you might have, and I love that. Love it. So now we'll stamp our sentiment on it, and that one's just going to say Rejoice, but there's lots of options. And I'm going to have the stamp set obviously linked down below, but go head on over to Ranger or even scrapbook.com. You will get to see all the new stamp sets and the background stamps. I'm going to trim off about 1/8 of an inch off all 4 sides. And then we're going to take some foam tape and put that on the back. This is the foam tape from scrapbook.com. I love it. It's nice and thick and it works great, and it's inexpensive. So we always love that. So I'll have that link down below too if you were looking for a good foam tape. And I also like this stuff like this because you can cut it down. So, you know, you don't have to just have one big wide piece. You could cut that down to smaller pieces if you needed. So we'll peel off that release paper, and then we'll stick that down to our white card base, which is just some more of that stark white cardstock. Love it because it is so stark white. And then I do have to use my sand eraser on part of it. But then I'm going to find a sentiment to stamp on the inside. Again, so many great sentiments in this stamp set, and I love it. I'm so excited by this new release. This card took no time at all. As you can see, it's only a less than 5-minute video. So keep that in mind if you're needing to crank out some quick Christmas cards. This set is right on par for that. Stamp that on the inside. And that's it. I'm not going to embellish it anymore because I feel like that background and our silhouette just does it all. All right, so that's going to do it. I hope you really liked this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.